What's up guys, welcome back to the Millie Rod channel. Today I have a special guest. We have my cousin Rosie. Today I'm just gonna do a quick interview with her. So we're gonna start off with some questions that are very simple, and then it's gonna turn into a little juicier questions, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Like I always say, if you feel comfortable answering, go ahead. If you don't have to answer. We're gonna start off with, what's your name, where are you from, and what do you do for a living?
So my name is Rosie Gonzalez, aka Rosie, as everyone knows. I'm from LA. I work at a auto parts company.
Before getting into the juicy questions, I want you to tell us a little more about yourself. The first question that I have for you is, what is your biggest dream?
Why didn't you prepare me for this? Like, not even
It's
heads
fine.
up.
Well, I can't tell you the questions.
My biggest dream in life would be to run my own business, buy my family a home, and obviously like help people throughout the world in whichever way I can help.
All right, so the next question is, what do you think is stopping you from creating these dreams to come true?
I mean, I don't want to put the blame on anything, but at the end of the day, I think I'm the only one that could stop that from becoming true.
Yeah.
I would say sometimes, just based on routine, the 9 to 5, or, other personal, things that I have to get done, like me, myself, like no one else could stop me. It's just like, I know it's myself sometimes, but I know at the end of the day, I know like these baby steps that I'm taking are gonna like help me in the long run.
What were some of the challenges you faced when you were younger?
That's a tricky one.
It is.
Because I feel like there's so many. I would say like communication.
Okay.
Growing up in a home where my parents only speak Spanish,
right,
and going to school and having people only speak to you in English, having parents helping you with their homework that they don't even understand because it's in English.
Yeah.
That was one of the most challenging things, because I would go home back with my homework and my parents could only help me so much.
Right.
My dad would be working and my mom would be there to assist me with my homework, but at the same time, like, I didn't want to be helped because she wouldn't know what,
like she didn't understand.
Like she didn't understand the language, so it was just like me learning the subject, coming back home, translating or trying to translate the subject. And it was just like, it got to a certain point, like I wouldn't do my homework.
Yeah, no, it's...
And I'd rather do it on my own when she wasn't around, because if I didn't do something right, especially with math, like if I didn't do it right and if I didn't answer correctly, I would get hit. I knew certain things, like, okay, I'm not gonna do this around them because like I'm gonna get hit for it. And me thinking like I was doing something wrong. It's not that I was doing something wrong, but just like I was transitioning from home speaking Spanish and then going to to this all-white school in Granada Hills, but I really didn't have any friends. So I would say like the people that talk the most about you, the people that don't like you, are like your like biggest fans.
Yeah.
Like, biggest.
For example, like right now, the people that didn't like me before, now they're watching my channel. That's exactly how it's gonna be.
You really try to like make friendships with people, but you could low-key, like, you can tell like when you have envious people around you, or when straight up like people just don't like you, and it shows.
The next question is, what is something you've been grateful for recently?
Ooh, for life, being alive as we speak at this very moment, and the little moments. The little moments count so much.
Facts.
So I'm grateful for that too. Whatever time I spend with someone, just like, try to make the best out of it.
Facts.
Because you never know. I'm here today, gone tomorrow, And that could be anyone.
Now we're gonna transition into the spicier questions that I have for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready? All right. So when we last hanged out, we were talking about our old relationships and all that fun stuff, but I didn't really get to ask you, how are you learning to detach yourself from a recent relationship that wasn't going well?
Definitely self-reflection. Think more about like my actions, what I did, what I need to work on, and noticing my wrongs. It's never about the other person. It's more towards you as a person, and what I do mostly is self-reflect.
The next question is, what do you hope to see in the next person that you date? You're like, well, let me bring out this list.
Can I bring out my list? Like honesty.
Okay.
Honesty. Obviously, for them to have God in their life. loyalty, sincerity, to be true with themselves, and to be real. There's a whole list, honestly. There's a whole list, but like, you know, like you never like meet your exact thing. There might be like here and there, but just like overall, like be real.
I think what I've noticed is that there's times where, for example, if I'm in a relationship and like, let's say maybe like stop liking what I used to like or things like that, kind of like change myself for the person to be likable. And I would hate doing that, you know? And now that I know now that I don't have to do all that shit, I think now I'm coming to an understanding of like loving what I love and not changing for anybody.
If you are willing to change because you want to, not because the other person's changing you or you feel like you have to change for the other person, but if you're like, okay, like I would want this for myself too, like then you could change that. I learned this the hard way. You can't go into a relationship and think like this person is gonna change. Never that. No one's gonna come over here and tell me, stop doing this. At the end of the day, if I go into a new relationship, which I don't think will be anytime soon, honestly, I'm just gonna take my time more with it. Like I'm in no rush of anything. Now it's like it's not surface level with me. It has to be deep.
I know that you really are into Drake, a little champagne puppy. All right. So what is it about him that stands out from other artists?
I can't believe you're asking me this. OMG. I just like his music.
Okay.
To be honest, I started listening to him back in, I want to say by the end of 2008 to 2009.
She's about to start rapping too fun.
I was always really into music. Like I guess that was like my like my outlet. Like you know, somewhere like my safe kind of place or whatever. His music would kind of give me like that oomph, like that,
like a little
like pick me up. At the end of the day, like his music would get me thinking and be like, oh, okay, like, you know, you're not alone. I listen to Drake. Regardless of what I go through, I'm gonna get through it and I'm gonna keep pushing.
What do you believe are some things you're working on within yourself? She's like, let me get a start.
Whoa, these are deep. Oh my God. Being patient. And I'm still working on that because I still feel like I could be impatient at times. So if I'm being disrespected, I'm gonna stand up for myself. So I would say my temperament too. How to think more positive, just because like I've been through stuff. So just having like a different mindset on how I see things. It would be like you're feeling good and
all of a sudden,
and then all of a sudden this thought comes into you and be like, it hits you and you're just like, whoa, okay, I wasn't trying to remember all of that. Where did this come from?
To finish off this video, what is an advice you can give people out there that are currently going through a breakup themselves?
I would say keep God in your life. Go through the motions. It's hard. You're deserving of having a partner, but maybe that person, you know, it's just what it wasn't it. Focus on yourself. Don't go out there just looking for something because like you're going through something. Like really sit with your emotions. Never go out there thinking you're gonna forget.
You're gonna be fine the next day
because you found another person. Don't think you're gonna forget because you know you're like, oh, okay, like there's this new person paying attention. You know, that's just you trying to like cover up.
Cover up the hurt. For sure.
Either with the person, with an addiction, with you know whatever you run to when something goes wrong.
I really like what you said about like, you know, being able to just feel the feelings, because that's what I did through like my recent relationship. Went through it all and then just bawled the fuck out, you know. That's what I did, you know. I listened to sense. I do cry sometimes. Yeah, there's nothing wrong, you know. When you know that you think that it was just a perfect relationship that you thought, you know, and it just goes to shit, and then you're like, fuck, like that could have been the one, you know. Like you said, don't go out chasing or looking for somebody else, because that is not fucking healthy. I honestly think that people need to fucking heal from a breakup. For me, like I went from relationship to relationship to relationship, and it was not good. Dude, this is the longest I've stayed single, and I'm honestly, it's about to be 2 years since I've been single. Having that time to yourself makes you reflect on like what you want to do in life and what do you want to see within the next partner. So right now, shit, my expectations are high as fuck, so good luck to the next person.
You know, as soon as I drop my guard,
that's when everybody fucks up. Shit. Is there anything else you want to say before I end this video?
Just be happy. Don't take things or life too seriously. Do what makes you happy.
Facts.
You know, you wake up, what makes you happy, what gets you going, and focus on that. And You know, the right people will come to you at the end of the day.
I agree. The right people, the right friends, the right people around you, dude. Yes.
And the people that really know your heart will stick around.
Facts. You know? Just want to thank you for, you know, taking your time off out of your busy ass schedule and coming to make this video with me. I know some of the questions were a little hard, but I appreciate you being honest and answering these questions. Hopefully, you know, it helps someone that's going through a lot, you know, and this is why I do these videos. It's just to help someone out there that is going through a tough time. What were you gonna say about the sun?
It's always shining on me.
Period. And she just staying still. You stay still and someone's gonna light up your life. Goddamn, we're over here being inspirational. Thank you once again to everybody who is watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Be safe and much love. Peace.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
You inspire me, Prima. I seen you doing your videos, and I was like, why haven't I done this?
Dude,
I've had ideas of doing stuff, but I just don't do them, Prima.
Yeah, it takes, I mean, it takes a while.
It takes a lot of courage.
It takes a lot of courage.
You have some sick with them.
Nah, honestly, I started it because of my friend that passed away, and I was like, fuck, like, life is too fucking short. Huh? No, not him, my friend Val.
The one you post, I seen her when you posted.
Yeah, her.
Trust me, I may not comment on everything, but it just be like,
you're like, I know, I see.
Yeah, I see you, boo, I see you.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I started making YouTube. Just like I want to make memories, you know, with the people that I love closely, but also be able to interview people that, you know, are just going through either a tough time or don't really share like what they're going through and shit. So